I'm Marty McFly.
And I'm Doc Brown.
And this is Fillmore News.
Immigration has been in the news a lot lately.
While California is allowing illegal immigrants to get driver's license, Arizona keeps making it tougher and tougher on them.
Presidential hopefuls like Donald Trump tell us how they're going to handle the topic.
But on a wider scale, Syrian immigrants have been flooding into Europe, overwhelming some countries as they seek asylum.
The United States is deciding if it will get involved allowing immigrants to come.
Let's just see what the flashes have to say about the complicated subject.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm here with Mr. Romero. Mr. Romero, what's the first thing that pops into your head when you think about immigration?
I think hard work. I think this country was founded on immigrants, so you know, we are what we are because of their hard work and their drive to make this country a great place.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
I'm here with Mr. Herrera. Mr. Herrera, what's the first thing that comes to your head when you hear immigration?
I think of my grandfather. He was an immigrant to this country. He came from Jalos, Totitlan, Jalisco, Mexico, and he came through the Bracero program, which was like they needed manual labor. So kind of doesn't sound nice, but when the U.S. needs Mexico, they'll use them, and when they don't need them, they throw them back. So that's kind of what I think of immigration. So if it wasn't for that program and my grandfather coming over through that program, I wouldn't be here today. I'd be probably somewhere in Mexico. So I think of my grandfather and all the sacrifices he had to go through to get his family to come over to the United States.
My name is John. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Ratchet.
So what do you think about like immigration, immigrants?
Well, America's a country of immigrants. We're founded on immigration. Immigration has done a lot of great things for this country. So, you know, I think the attitude of America throughout the years has been the more the merrier. Come on in and let's see what everyone brings to the table and make this country wonderful place for people of all different backgrounds, all different lifestyles. And that's what immigrants bring to the table. So I'm all for more people coming to the United States.
This is David with the weather forecast for the week. Monday will be 83, Tuesday will be 83, Wednesday will be 79 with a 20% chance of rain. Thursday will be 78, partly cloudy. Friday will be warm at 82 degrees.
Well, today we have a very, very tragic thing to talk about today.
Very tragic. Animal cruelty.
Oh.
So sad.
Well, the issue of animal cruelty has been around ever since man has domesticated them.
It's sad that some people can be so mean to creatures who can't defend themselves.
Animal testing, dog fighting, and bullfighting are just a few of things being debated.
I'm sure the Flashes have an opinion about it.
Actually. Hi, I'm Jose. I'm here, Gray. How you doing?
Oh, very good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Very
too.
met.
Well, that's true. So in the U.S., they do a lot of testing on animals, like cosmetics and medicine. What's your opinion on that?
I think doing cosmetics and for medicine on animals is okay as long as it's not killing the animals or hurting them.
All right. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.
No problem.
So testing, is it needed or fair to the animal for us?
Well, that's a tricky question. That actually comes up in my psychology class as we talk about ethics and what researchers should do. And sometimes people do use animals, researchers use animals for different experiments to try to find out if there's any connection to people. So it's kind of a trade-off, you know, if people say, well, you shouldn't test animals, but then should you test on humans? So it's like they decide to test on animals because there's some good things that can come from it, like medicine, cures, things like that. So it is kind of like the lesser of two evils, I would say. It's not the best thing, but at the same time, sometimes it is necessary.
All right, thank you, Mr. James.
You're welcome.
Maybe combat animal cruelty is educate people on why animals are important, how they benefit the environment. I think if you're educated and knowledgeable and you know, you'll care about the animals. So I think that's the first step to stopping animal cruelty.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So are you for animal testing or against it?
I also understand that, you know, every once in a while you've got to use animals to test, you know, medicines. So I, to a limited extent, think that it's necessary. But for makeup and things that are superficial, no. I think there are better ways to test products that aren't going to, you know, if it's going to harm an animal, do everything you can to avoid animal testing.
All right, thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
Hey Flashes, I'm Brandon, and I'm here today with Mr. R. How's it doing?
Good morning, guys.
Alright, I have a question to ask. Did you grow up with Back to the Future?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I watched a little bit.
Okay. What did the movie predict that we would have today?
Well, hoverboards for one, DeLorean, the time machine, and I guess flying cars. Yeah, it might be out there somewhere, but I don't know. I don't see much of those around.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
So Adrian, do you think it's ironic that in the movie Back to the Future, they predicted so many things of today?
Do I think it's ironic? Probably not. Most of the times with movies that predict stuff for the future, like take for example the Jetsons, a lot of people might want to actually make those things a reality. I don't know, I can't think off the top of my head which things from Jetsons actually came true. But from Back to the Future, I don't think it's, I don't think it's really ironic because a lot of people would probably be like, hey look, a fat screen TV, how come we haven't thought of this, and try to make it. So, I think it's more inspiring than ironic.
Thank you. So what do you think of the technology of then in the movie and today?
Okay, so I think they went back to 2015, I think in October 21st, is that correct? Which was yesterday. So there's actually some good comparisons. One of the main things that I focused on since I skateboard was the hoverboard in the movie. And hypothetically, I think there is a company out there promoting a hoverboard. So that has kind of matched up to where we are now. So that's kind of fun to think about. And then the clothes are definitely a bit different. I think the movie, it more kind of exaggerated what the 80s were doing at the time, you know, early 90s, and kind of just made it more shiny and stuff like that. So we definitely don't necessarily dress similar to what was in the movie, but we have changed over time compared to when the movie was made. I'm trying to think of some other stuff. We don't have flying cars yet, so that's definitely not on the table. But I think they did a pretty good job for, you know, when they made the movie and to what is now. I mean, there are some similarities, so they got pretty close.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So I'm here with Chloe and Kiara, and we just wanted to know what's going on in band right now. So can one of you guys explain?
Well, we're just setting up stuff for marching band because our competitions are coming up, and we're just painting some backdrops to make it look more colorful and better than it was last year.
This is the first year we've ever had a big visuals like this. Okay, thank you guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is Grant, and I'm recording here from Studio 49. We got some clips. Go check it out. Ew. That's it for this week, Flashes. Stay flashy, Fillmore.
ここにあるのは君が今まで選んだ道の答えたちをほら自信持って進めばいいとても自然なの